Gaza war is an armed conflict in the Gaza Strip and Israel, fought as part of the unresolved Israeli, Palestinian, and Gaza-Israel conflicts. The war began on 7 October 2023, when the Palestinian militant group, Hamas, led an attack on Israel, in which 1,195 Israelis and foreign nationals were killed, and 251 were taken hostage. Since the start of the Israeli offensive that followed, over 73,000 Palestinians in Gaza have been killed. Several studies in The Lancet indicate this figure is likely a significant undercount. Many scholarly sources and international organizations, including UN bodies, NGOs, and the International Association of Genocide Scholars, have concluded that Israel's actions in Gaza constitute genocide under international law. Several countries have also acknowledged that genocide is occurring and have supported legal proceedings before the International Court of Justice. Israel and its supporters, including the United States, deny that genocide has occurred. Following the 7 October attacks, Israel launched a bombing campaign and later invaded Gaza on 27 October after clearing militants from its territory. Israeli forces launched several campaigns, including the Rafah offensive, 3 battles fought around Khan Yunis, and the siege of North Gaza, culminating in a 2025 offensive in Gaza City. They have assassinated Hamas leaders inside and outside of Gaza. A 2023 ceasefire broke down, and a second ceasefire in January 2025 ended with a surprise attack by Israel in March. A third ceasefire came into effect on 10 October after Israel and Hamas agreed to phase 1 of a US-backed peace plan. Hamas announced the resignation of its civil administration under the peace plan on 6 July 2026. US President Donald Trump announced on 31 July 2026 that his Board of Peace had reached an agreement to disarm Hamas and other militant organizations in Gaza. A senior Hamas leader stated that disarmament would be dependent on Israel's withdrawal from Gaza and progress on reconstruction. The Al-Quds brigades consented to the disarmament plan on 2 August 2026. The war has resulted in significant humanitarian costs. A tightened blockade by Israel cut off basic necessities, which led to a partial famine. Around 90% of Gaza's civilian infrastructure has been destroyed, and essential services, including water, electricity, and sanitation, have been severely disrupted. Large parts are uninhabitable, with most hospitals, religious and cultural landmarks, and educational facilities destroyed. Gazan journalists, health workers, aid workers, and other members of civil society have been detained, tortured, and killed. Israel has detained thousands of Palestinians from Gaza and the West Bank since the start of the war. Nearly all of the Strip's 2.3 million Palestinians have been forcibly displaced. Over 100,000 Israelis were internally displaced at the height of the conflict. The first day was the deadliest in Israel's history, and the war is the deadliest for Palestinians in the broader conflict. In September 2025, the UN Commission of Inquiry on the Occupied Palestinian Territory concluded that 4 of the 5 acts of genocide, as defined by the Genocide Convention, had been committed in Gaza since 7 October 2023. A case accusing Israel of genocide is being reviewed by the International Court of Justice. Experts and human rights organizations have also stated that Israel and Hamas have committed other war crimes. Some have described the 7 October attacks as a genocide or genocidal massacre of Israelis. Torture and sexual violence have been committed both by Palestinian militant groups and by Israeli forces. Israel has received extensive military and diplomatic support from the United States. The war has reverberated regionally, with axis of resistance groups across several Arab countries and Iran clashing with the US and Israel, including in the 12-day war in 2025 and the 2026 Iran war. A year of strikes between Israel and Hezbollah led to wars in Lebanon in 2024 and in 2026, as well as ongoing Israeli operations in Syria, which contributed to the fall of the Assad regime. The war continues to have regional and international repercussions, with large protests worldwide, as well as a surge of anti-Semitism and anti-Palestinian racism.